Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a beautiful poem, Silver, written by Walter de la Mare. This poem is notable for the exquisite visual imagery. It rolls out before us a landscape painting sketched on a silver canvas created by moonlight. The poet Walter de la Mare was born on 25th April 1873 in England and died at the age of 83 on 22nd June 1956 at the height of fame. He was a British poet, a short story writer, and a novelist. He is best remembered for his works for children. He is considered as one of the modern literature's chief exemplar of the romantic imaginations, memories, and impressions who never lost sight of a childhood. In a poll conducted by the Bookworm program in 1995 to find the nation's favorite poem, his poem Silver was voted number 63 out of the top 100 poems. The poem was first published in a book of delightful children's rhymes titled Peacock Pie in 1913. The moon is present in many verses of the poet. Sometimes this is just the moon, whereas other times it is a yellow moon, but most often it is a silver one, and even the entire nature is painted silver by its mysterious light, where a lot of things and phenomena unfold before us in a completely unexpected way, as in his poem Silver. The poet has depicted the moonlit night which paints everything shining brightly in silver color through this 14-line sonnet which follows a rhyming scheme of AA, BB, CC, DD, EE, FF, GG. It describes the visual effects of moonlight on the countryside at night. As the moon walks silently over the human settlements, it impacts all the animate and inanimate objects that it witnesses. Now, before we discuss the poem in detail, take your pencil, pen, and notebook to make notes and write the meanings of the phrases and words which you find new. The first stanza is slowly, silently, now the moon walks the night in her silver shoon. This way and that she peers and sees silver fruit upon silver trees. Here, shoon means shoes or slippers, peers means to look through, silver fruit means a fruit that appears to be silvery in moonlight. Here, the moon is personified and characterized as female by the poet. He says that the moon, in her silver brightness, emitting the magical silvery light, walks throughout the night and is slowly peering into every nook and cranny. Silver has different connotations such as color and precious value. At night, the moon has the power to color whatever comes in her way with her own distinct fingers. It presents all colorful objects seen in daylight on a silver canvas at night. The trees bearing the fruits appear to be enveloped with silver color because of her impact. Silver fruits on silver trees is a powerful message as it describes the perfection in the scene. The moon, as a female walking through the landscape, enlarges the vision of the reader who no doubt has encountered such an imaginary experience. The figure of speech used in the stanza are personification and alliteration. Personification refers to the attribution of a personal nature or human characteristics to something non human or the representation of an abstract quality in human form. For example, walks the night in her silver shoon refers to the moon as a female wearing silver shoes, walking through the night, influencing all in her path. Walking the night in silver slippers gives the poem an elegant and graceful touch. Another personification in this stanza is peers and sees. Alliteration means the occurrence of same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. The alliteration in the stanza is slowly, silently, and silver shone. The second stanza of the poem is one by one the casements catch, her beams beneath the silvery thatch. Couched in his kennel, like a log, with paws of silver, sleeps the dog. Here, the casements means windows which allow the light or air to come in. Catch beams means to get the glow. Thatch refers to the roof made of grass or leaves. Couch means the way the dog lays down. Kennel refers to a small house for the dog. Log means a piece of wood, and paws means the forearms of the dog. The poet conveys that the moonlight falls on the roof of the house and spreads its silver blanket on it. Then she peeps into the window panes below it. The dog sleeps in his kennel like a log without moving, and his paws shine because the rays of the moon cover them. Here, the poet highlights only the dog's paws, as the rest of his body is within the kennel. The figure of speech used in the stanza are simile and alliteration. Simile is a figure of speech involving the comparison of one thing with another thing of a different kind with the help of the words like or as. It is used to make a description more emphatic. In this stanza, couched in his kennel like a log is used to tell the reader that the dog is sleeping peacefully in its house. Like a log is the simile here. Alliteration in this stanza is casement catch. The next stanza is from their shadowy court the white breasts peep of doves in a silver feathered sleep. A harvest mouse goes scampering by with silver claws and a silver eye. The moveless fish in the water gleam by silver reeds in a silver stream. Here, court means a shelter for the birds such as pigeons. Shadowy means in the shade. Harvest mouse means a breed of small rats in fields. Scamper means to run with quick and small steps. Claws means the curved pointed horny nails of animals or birds. Moveless means motionless. Gleam means to shine. Reeds means the riverside plants. Here, the poet refers to the nature which offers many beautiful scenes, like the silver beams of the moon reflecting on the sleeping dove's chest. The poet has mentioned that the courts are shadowy, which means the courts are under the shade of leafy branches that cast a shadow and rest of the things look silvery. Inside the dark and shadowy shelter of Dovecote, numerous doves sleep with their feathers exposed to the silvery light of the moon. A very small harvest mouse is running quickly and lightly all around the field. In the nearby waters of a stream, a fish remains unmoving underneath the gleaming waters near the reeds, brightened by the moonlight. The water shines in the moonlight, and everything is bathed with shimmering moonlight. Dear children, I hope you enjoyed this poem. This poem took us to an adorable journey where we witnessed the silver moon transferring its silver quality onto a variety of objects. While enjoying the calm and silvery moonlit night, What else could we interpret from the poem? Yes, we observed the transformative phenomena of a silver moon on the natural world, the creatures that inhabit it, and on inanimate objects. Through this poem, the poet stimulates the senses and encourages the imagination of the readers. The poem is subtly located in time and place. The harvest mouse suggests the season, and the implied location is rural. There are fruit trees, a dove cote, a stream with fish. The poet has taken into account the whole ecosystem, with trees bearing fruits, the dwellings of the living beings, beginning with houses with thatched roofs and casements, coming to the faithful terrestrial animal, dog, and its kennel, moving towards the symbol of peace and aerial creature, dove, and its coat, going ahead towards the mouse, who dwells in the burrows under the earth's surface, and also covering the water and stream as the abode for aquatic creature, fish, and the reeds. The poet picks out particular parts of animals' bodies, such as paws, claws, breasts, eyes, and it is as though the moonlight highlights the particular parts of the animals, accentuating them. The ambience of the location is quiet and hushed, with everything still and gleamy in the silver beauty. The only movements in the poem are those of the slow moon and the quick mouse. The poem gives the pleasure to the reader to observe the beauty of transformed landscape from sunlight to silvery moonlight. Different colors seen in the sunlight have disappeared, and the reader is left with a miraculous experience of beauty that influences with fascinating perceptions. With this beautiful imagination, I conclude today's session. Feel free to come up with your queries. Eat healthy and stay fit. Thank you, dear students, and have a nice day.